Welcome, dear friend, to another peaceful journey with no game, no sleep. Tonight, we're setting sail to one of gaming's most tranquil destinations, the gentle world of Animal Crossing, where time moves slowly, kindness flows freely, and every sunset brings the promise of tomorrow's simple joys. If you found comfort in these virtual islands before, or if you're discovering this world for the first time through our words, prepare to let your mind wander to a place where the biggest worry might be whether to plant tulips or pansies in your garden. This is a realm where community thrives, where every neighbor greets you with genuine warmth, and where the rhythm of daily life follows the gentle pulse of nature itself. Before we begin our evening stroll through your personal island paradise, take a moment to settle into your most comfortable position. Let your breathing slow and deepen as we prepare to explore a world where stress simply doesn't exist, where every interaction brings joy, and where the setting sun paints everything in hues of gold and amber. Tonight, we'll walk together through flower gardens kissed by evening dew, collect treasures from moonlit beaches, share quiet moments with beloved villagers around a crackling campfire, and finally drift off to sleep in your perfectly arranged island home, lulled by the eternal song of gentle waves and cricket symphonies. What's your favorite memory from any peaceful game world? Share it in the comments below, and let that warm feeling carry you into tonight's journey. Now, let's step through the loading screen of consciousness and emerge onto your very own Animal Crossing island, where the evening light is just beginning to paint the sky in shades of dreams. The familiar chime of arrival fills your ears as you step off the seaplane onto the wooden dock of your island home. The pilot waves goodbye with that characteristic cheerful salute before the small aircraft disappears into the distance, leaving only the gentle lapping of waves against the pier and the soft rustle of palm fronds in the evening breeze. Your island stretches before you in the golden light of approaching sunset, every familiar landmark bathed in warm amber tones that seem to make everything glow from within. The cobblestone paths you've carefully laid wind through the landscape like gentle rivers, connecting each area of your carefully cultivated paradise. To your left, the museum stands dignified and welcoming, its windows reflecting the dying light. To your right, the gentle slope leads up toward resident services, where you can just make out the cheerful yellow glow emanating from the windows. The air carries the mixed fragrance of blooming flowers, salt from the ocean, and that indefinable scent of home that every Animal Crossing island possesses. Clean, fresh, and filled with possibility. A light breeze stirs the leaves of the fruit trees you've planted along the main pathway, and you can hear the distant sound of wind chimes hanging from someone's porch, creating a gentle melody that seems to welcome you back to this peaceful world. As you begin walking up the main path, your footsteps create a soft, rhythmic sound against the stone, not harsh or echoing, but gentle and grounding, like a meditation bell marking each peaceful moment. The grass on either side of the path is that perfect shade of green that only exists in places where care and love have been invested over time, each blade seeming to catch and hold the golden light. A butterfly dances past your vision, perhaps a yellow butterfly or a monarch, its wings catching the light as it performs its ancient, unhurried dance from flower to flower. There's something deeply calming about watching its random yet purposeful flight pattern, a reminder that in this world, there's no rush, no urgency, only the gentle unfolding of natural rhythms and the quiet joy of simply being present in a beautiful moment. The sound of the ocean is constant, but never intrusive, a white noise that seems to wash away any tension or worry you might have carried with you into this space. It's the kind of sound that makes your breathing automatically slow and deepen, your shoulders naturally relax, and your mind begin to release the complexities of the day in favor of this simpler, more peaceful reality. Your flower garden comes into view as you round the gentle curve in the path, and the sight never fails to fill you with quiet satisfaction. Row upon row of carefully tended blooms stretch across the designated area, each variety planted with intention and nurtured with daily care. The evening light transforms the garden into something magical. Red roses seem to glow like tiny lanterns. White lilies appear almost luminescent, and the purple pansies create pools of deep, rich color that seem to absorb and reflect the dying light simultaneously. You approach the small storage shed where you keep your watering can, the familiar weight of the tool comfortable in your hands as you begin your evening ritual. The first flowers you approach are a patch of pink cosmos, their delicate petals already beginning to close slightly as they prepare for night. The water flows from your can in a gentle arc, creating tiny rainbows in the golden light as droplets catch and scatter the sun's rays. There's something deeply meditative about this daily task, the repetitive motion of watering, the soft sound of water meeting earth, the visible response of flowers that seem to perk up and brighten as they receive their evening drink. Each plant has its own personality, its own way of responding to care. The tulips stand straight and proud, their cup-shaped blooms perfect and symmetrical. The wildflowers sway gently in the breeze, more casual and free-flowing in their arrangement. As you move through the garden, you notice the small details that make this space uniquely yours. The decorative fence you've placed around the perimeter, painted in soft pastels that complement the flowers rather than competing with them. The small stone pathway that winds through the center of the garden, allowing you to reach every plant without stepping on the carefully maintained grass. The wooden sign you've placed at the entrance, painted with cheerful letters that welcome visitors to your little slice of paradise. A gentle breeze carries the mixed fragrance of all these blooms, sweet, fresh, and complex in the way that only a well-established garden can be. It's a scent that speaks of time invested, of daily care, of the slow and satisfying process of creating beauty through patience and attention. You pause for a moment, watering can still in hand, and simply breathe in this perfume that you've helped create through your daily devotion to these living things. The shadows are growing longer now, and you notice how they create patterns across the garden. The fence posts casting regular intervals of shade, the taller flowers creating protective shadows for their smaller neighbors. The fruit trees at the garden's edge beginning to shelter the entire space in their gentle embrace as the sun continues its descent toward the horizon. As you finish tending to your garden, you hear the familiar sound of footsteps on the path behind you. Turning, you see one of your beloved villagers approaching. Perhaps it's Maple, the gentle bear cub with her soft brown fur and perpetually kind expression. Or maybe Sherb, the lazy goat whose laid-back attitude and love of snacks makes every conversation feel like a chat with an old friend. Whoever it is, their presence immediately adds warmth to the already peaceful evening. "Oh, hey there," comes the cheerful greeting, delivered in that characteristic Animal Crossing way that always sounds genuinely happy to see you, never forced or artificial. I was just taking an evening walk and saw you working in your garden. It looks absolutely beautiful. You've really outdone yourself this time. The conversation that follows is exactly the kind of gentle, meandering chat that makes Animal Crossing interactions so soothing. There's no agenda, no urgent business to conduct. Just the simple pleasure of two friends sharing a moment at the end of the day. Your villager might mention how they spent their afternoon. Perhaps they were reading a book under their favorite tree, or they discovered a new recipe they're excited to try, or they simply enjoyed watching the clouds drift by from their front porch. You know, your villager continues, settling into that comfortable conversational rhythm. There's something special about this time of day, isn't there? Everything just feels so peaceful and calm. I love how the light makes everything look like it's glowing from the inside. They gesture toward the garden, where the last rays of sunlight are indeed creating that magical golden hour effect that photographers dream of, but that happens naturally here every single evening. As you chat, other villagers begin to appear along the paths, each going about their own evening routines. There's something deeply comforting about this, the knowledge that your island community is alive and active, that everyone has their own peaceful way of ending the day, and that you're all sharing this beautiful space together. You might see Isabel in the distance, probably heading home after another day of cheerful service at resident services, or catch a glimpse of Tom Nook making his evening rounds, checking that everything is running smoothly in his characteristic thorough but caring way. The villager you're speaking with notices your watering can and smiles. I should probably water my own flowers, too. Thanks for reminding me. It's so easy to forget these little daily tasks, but they're really what make island life so special, aren't they? All these small moments of care that add up to something beautiful. There's wisdom in these simple words, a recognition that happiness often comes not from grand gestures, but from consistent, gentle attention to the details that matter. As your conversation naturally winds down, your villager gives you one of those characteristic Animal Crossing waves, enthusiastic, but somehow also peaceful, a gesture that conveys both farewell and the promise of future friendly encounters. I'll see you around. Enjoy the rest of your evening, they call, as they continue on their way, leaving you with that warm feeling that comes from a pleasant, unhurried social interaction. Your path naturally leads you toward the museum, that stately building that serves as both a repository of knowledge and a sanctuary of quiet contemplation on your island. As you approach, you notice how the evening light plays across the building's classical architecture, highlighting the elegant columns and the welcoming entrance that has beckoned you inside countless times before. The heavy wooden doors open with their familiar, satisfying weight, and you step into the hushed interior where Blathers maintains his careful watch over the island's collection of natural wonders. The lighting inside is soft and warm, designed to preserve the delicate specimens while creating an atmosphere of reverence and peace. Your footsteps echo gently on the polished floors as you make your way through the familiar halls. The fossil section draws you in first, with its impressive displays of ancient creatures that once roamed lands very different from your peaceful island. There's something deeply calming about contemplating these remnants of the distant past, the way they put your daily concerns into perspective. reminding you of the vast sweep of time and the enduring nature of the earth itself. The T-Rex skeleton stands majestically in the center of the room, no longer fearsome, but somehow gentle in its permanent stillness. A reminder that even the mightiest creatures eventually find peace. Moving into the insect section, you're greeted by cases full of butterflies and beetles, each one perfectly preserved and displayed with loving care. The variety is astounding, from the delicate beauty of a monarch butterfly to the impressive size of a golden stag beetle. Each specimen represents hours of patient collecting and careful curation. The soft lighting makes their colors seem to glow, and you find yourself moving slowly from case to case, appreciating the intricate details that make each creature unique. The aquarium section provides its own form of meditation, with the gentle sound of water filtering systems creating a subtle background symphony. The fish swim in their carefully maintained habitats, their movements hypnotic and soothing. A school of yellow butterfly fish moves in perfect synchronization, their bright colors creating moving patterns against the blue-green water. The larger tanks house more impressive specimens, perhaps a whale shark gliding majestically through its spacious home, or a collection of tropical fish, creating a living rainbow in their coral reef environment. Blathers himself might make an appearance, emerging from his office with his characteristic scholarly enthusiasm, tempered by the quiet atmosphere of the evening museum. Ah, a fellow appreciator of natural history, he might whisper, his voice automatically adjusted to the reverent quiet of the space. There's something particularly special about visiting the museum in the evening, don't you think? The displays seem to take on an almost mystical quality in this light. His passion for education and preservation is infectious, but never overwhelming, delivered with the gentle enthusiasm of someone who truly loves sharing knowledge. Whether he's explaining the migration patterns of butterflies or the geological processes that created the fossils in his care, Blathers has a way of making even complex topics feel accessible and wonder-inducing rather than academic and dry. Leaving the museum's quiet halls behind, you make your way toward the beach, drawn by the eternal call of the ocean and the promise of treasures waiting to be discovered in the sand. The path down to the shore is lined with palm trees that sway gently in the evening breeze, their fronds creating a soft, rustling sound that blends perfectly with the growing symphony of waves meeting the shoreline. As you step onto the sand, you feel the familiar give beneath your feet, that soft, warm sensation that immediately connects you to the natural rhythm of this coastal paradise. The beach stretches in both directions, a perfect crescent of pale sand that catches and reflects the changing colors of the sky above. The sun is lower now, painting everything in deeper shades of gold and orange, with hints of pink beginning to appear at the edges of the horizon. Your eyes automatically begin scanning the sand for the telltale glint of seashells, that treasure-hunting instinct that never quite fades, no matter how many times you've walked this shore. There, a conch shell, its spiral form perfect and unbroken, half buried in the sand near the water's edge. You bend to collect it, feeling the smooth, cool surface in your palm, appreciating the way the evening light plays across its natural curves and ridges. The rhythm of beachcombing is deeply meditative. The slow walk along the water's edge, the careful scanning of the sand, the moment of discovery followed by the gentle satisfaction of adding another treasure to your collection. Each shell tells a story of the ocean's endless creativity, shaped by waves and time into these perfect natural sculptures. A scallop shell catches your eye next, its fan-like ridges creating intricate patterns that seem almost too perfect to be natural. As you continue your leisurely exploration, you notice how the waves create their own soothing rhythm, each one slightly different from the last, but all part of the same eternal pattern. The water is that perfect shade of blue-green that exists only in tropical paradises, clear enough that you can see the sandy bottom even several feet from shore. Occasionally, a small fish darts through the shallows, its silver form catching the light before disappearing back into the depths. The horizon stretches endlessly before you, that perfect line where sky meets sea. And tonight, it's becoming increasingly difficult to tell where one ends and the other begins, as the colors blend and merge in the growing twilight. A few seabirds call in the distance, their cries adding to the natural soundtrack of this peaceful evening. But they're not harsh or jarring. Instead, they seem to be part of the symphony, adding their voices to the wind and waves in perfect harmony. You pause in your shell collecting to simply stand at the water's edge, letting the gentle waves wash over your feet, feeling the cool water and warm sand create a perfect contrast that somehow represents everything peaceful about this moment. The stress and complexity of any other world seem impossibly distant here, replaced by this simple pleasure of being present in a beautiful place, connected to the eternal rhythms of ocean and sky. As the sky deepens into richer shades of orange and purple, you make your way toward the small clearing where you've established your evening campfire area. The crackling sound reaches your ears before you see the flames, that comforting sound of wood burning cleanly in the open air, accompanied by the gentle pop and hiss that speaks of warmth and gathering and shared moments of peace. The campfire circle you've created is simple but perfect, a ring of smooth stones surrounding the fire pit, with log benches positioned at comfortable distances for conversation and contemplation. Tonight, several of your favorite villagers have already gathered, their faces glowing warmly in the flickering light. The fire casts dancing shadows that make everyone look cozy and content, creating an atmosphere of intimacy and friendship that feels both timeless and precious. Rold might be there, the penguin's round form silhouetted against the flames, as he shares one of his enthusiastic stories about his day's adventures. His voice carries that characteristic blend of excitement and gentleness that makes every tale feel both important and soothing. And then, he might be saying, "I found this amazing spot by the river where the butterflies were just dancing in the afternoon light. It was like they were putting on a show just for me." Beside him, perhaps Fauna sits with her characteristic grace, the deer's elegant form perfectly suited to the peaceful atmosphere of the evening gathering. Her contributions to the conversation are always thoughtful and kind, delivered in that soft voice that never needs to compete for attention, because everyone naturally wants to listen. I love how each day on the island brings these little moments of magic, she might observe, her words carrying the wisdom of someone who has learned to notice and appreciate life's smaller gifts. The fire itself is mesmerizing in the way that only real flames can be, each tongue of fire unique in its shape and movement, creating patterns that seem almost alive in their constant dance. The wood you've chosen burns cleanly and evenly, releasing a pleasant, smoky fragrance that mingles with the salt air and the distant scent of night-blooming flowers. Occasionally, a spark rises up into the darkening sky, glowing briefly like a tiny star, before fading into the night. The conversation flows naturally around the circle, touching on the simple pleasures that make island life so fulfilling. Someone mentions the satisfaction of finally completing their flower garden. Another shares excitement about a new recipe they've learned. And a third describes the peaceful meditation they found in organizing their home earlier that day. These aren't conversations driven by urgency or stress, but the gentle sharing of contentment and small joys that comes when people feel truly safe and at peace. As you settle onto one of the log benches, feeling the warmth of the fire on your face and the solid comfort of the wood beneath you, you're struck by how perfectly this moment captures everything special about Animal Crossing's world. Here is community without conflict, friendship without drama, gathering without agenda, just the simple pleasure of being together in a beautiful place. As the day transitions into night, the sky above continues its slow transformation, the first stars beginning to appear as pinpricks of light against the deepening blue. The fire seems to respond to the growing darkness by burning more brightly, creating a perfect circle of warmth and light that holds your small group in its gentle embrace. As the evening deepens and the campfire settles into a steady, comfortable burn, the sky above transforms into a canvas of wonder that draws every eye upward. The first stars appeared tentatively, but now they're emerging with confidence, each one a perfect point of light against the velvet darkness that has settled over your island paradise. The transition from day to night in Animal Crossing always feels magical, but tonight seems especially blessed with celestial beauty. One of your villagers, perhaps Celeste, if she's visiting tonight, or maybe just a fellow stargazing enthusiast among your residents, points upward with excitement that's tempered by the reverent quiet that star-filled skies naturally inspire. "Look there," comes the whispered observation. "I think that might be the beginning of a meteor shower." The words send a ripple of gentle anticipation through your small gathering, everyone's attention now focused on the vast expanse above. You lean back on your log bench, finding that perfect angle that allows you to gaze upward without strain, your neck supported and your body relaxed. The fire continues to crackle beside you, providing just enough light to maintain the cozy atmosphere, while allowing your eyes to adjust to the darkness and truly appreciate the stellar display unfolding overhead. The contrast is perfect. The warm, earthbound comfort of the fire and friends, and the cool, infinite mystery of the night sky. The first shooting star streaks across your vision like a silver thread drawn quickly across dark fabric, there and gone so fast you might wonder if you imagined it. But the collective intake of breath from your companions confirms that everyone saw it, and the shared experience somehow makes it more real, more precious. In Animal Crossing tradition, you close your eyes and make a wish, not for anything grand or complicated, but perhaps simply for more evenings like this one, more moments of perfect peace and contentment. The meteor shower begins in earnest now, with shooting stars appearing every few minutes, each one tracing its own unique path across the sky before fading back into the darkness. Some are brief flashes, gone almost before you can register them, while others seem to hang in the air for long, magical seconds, giving you time to follow their journey from one horizon to the other. Each sighting brings a small thrill of wonder, a reminder of the vast universe beyond your peaceful island and the incredible fortune of being able to witness such beauty. Between meteors, you find yourself studying the constellations, picking out familiar patterns that have guided travelers and inspired dreamers for thousands of years. The Big Dipper hangs clearly visible, its handle pointing toward the North Star with reliable constancy. Orion strides across the southern sky, his belt of 3 stars perfectly aligned. These ancient patterns connect you to countless generations of stargazers, all of whom found the same peace and wonder in contemplating the night sky that you're experiencing now. The conversation around the fire has naturally quieted, not from any lack of companionship, but from the contemplative mood that stargazing always inspires. When someone does speak, it's in hushed tones that seem appropriate to the cathedral-like vastness overhead. "I never get tired of this," someone murmurs, and the sentiment is met with gentle agreement from around the circle. There's something about the combination of good friends, warm fire, and infinite sky that creates moments of perfect contentment that lodge themselves permanently in memory. As the meteor shower begins to wind down and the fire settles into glowing embers, you decide to take a peaceful evening stroll through the heart of your island community. Your villagers begin to disperse as well, each heading toward their own homes with satisfied smiles and gentle good nights that carry on the still night air. The transition from the intimate circle around the fire to the broader exploration of your island feels natural and unhurried, like the gentle progression of a perfect evening. The paths you've carefully laid throughout your island are particularly beautiful at night, illuminated by the soft glow of street lamps that cast pools of warm light at regular intervals. The lighting is never harsh or intrusive, but rather creates a gentle guidance system that makes nighttime navigation both safe and atmospheric. Between the lampposts, the natural darkness provides a sense of mystery and depth that transforms familiar daytime locations into something magical and new. As you walk, you pass the homes of your various villagers, each one reflecting the unique personality of its inhabitant. The windows glow with warm, inviting light, and you can occasionally catch glimpses of your friends going about their evening routines, perhaps reading a book by lamplight, tending to houseplants, or simply sitting peacefully by a window, looking out at the same beautiful night that surrounds you. There's something deeply comforting about knowing that your community is settling into sleep around you, each resident safe and content in their own perfect little space. The residential area of your island has its own particular charm at night. The carefully planned layout that seemed so practical in daylight takes on an almost fairy tale quality in the darkness, with each home's unique architecture and decorative touches creating interesting silhouettes against the star-filled sky. The fruit trees you've planted throughout the neighborhood cast intricate shadow patterns on the ground, and the flowers in everyone's yards seem to glow with their own inner light, their pale colors particularly luminous in the darkness. You might pause outside Tom Nook's store, noting how even this commercial building manages to maintain the cozy, residential feel that makes your island community so special. The windows are dark now, business hours long over, but there's still something welcoming about the familiar storefront, a promise of tomorrow's opportunities for discovery and acquisition of the small treasures that make island life so satisfying. The museum, which you visited earlier in the evening, now stands as a stately silhouette against the night sky, its classical architecture lending dignity and permanence to your island's cultural landscape. A few windows still glow with soft light, suggesting that Blathers might still be at work, cataloging new specimens or simply enjoying the quiet hours when he can pursue his scholarly interests without interruption. As you continue your circuit of the village, you're struck by how perfectly everything fits together, not just the physical layout, but the entire ecosystem of community life that you've helped create and nurture. Each building, each path, each carefully placed decoration contributes to an overall atmosphere of harmony and peace that makes your island feel like a true home, rather than just a collection of structures and amenities. The night air carries subtle fragrances that change as you move through different areas. The salt tang near the beach, the green freshness of the residential gardens, the clean, neutral scent of the commercial district. These olfactory landmarks help orient you in the darkness, while adding another layer of sensory richness to your evening exploration. Your evening stroll brings you to the familiar storefront of Nook's Cranny, now closed for the night, but somehow even more charming in its peaceful dormancy. The building sits quietly among the other structures of your island's commercial district, its cheerful daytime bustle replaced by a serene stillness that invites contemplation and reflection. The large windows that during the day showcase the latest merchandise now reflect the starlight and the gentle glow of nearby street lamps, creating a mirror-like surface that seems to hold the night sky within its depths. You pause on the small porch area in front of the store, settling onto one of the benches you've placed there for moments just like this. From this vantage point, you can see much of your island's central area, the carefully planned layout spreading out before you like a living map of all the care and attention you've invested in creating this perfect community. The sight fills you with quiet satisfaction, not the rushed pleasure of completion, but the deeper contentment that comes from ongoing stewardship and love. The store's exterior decorations take on a different character in the nighttime lighting. The cheerful signs and colorful banners that seem so energetic during business hours now appear gentle and welcoming, like old friends settling in for a comfortable evening. The small details you might not notice during the busy daylight hours become more apparent. The way the building's architecture perfectly complements the island's overall aesthetic. The thoughtful placement of decorative elements that create visual interest without overwhelming the space. Behind the darkened windows, you can imagine the store's interior in its nighttime state. Shelves neatly organized and fully stocked, ready for tomorrow's customers. The cash register closed and secured, everything in its proper place. There's something deeply comforting about this image of order and preparation, the knowledge that while you sleep, your island's infrastructure remains ready to support another day of gentle commerce and community interaction. The silence around the closed store isn't empty or lonely, but rather full of potential. The quiet that comes before activity rather than after abandonment. You know that in a few hours, Timmy and Tommy will arrive to open the shop, their characteristic enthusiasm and helpful nature ready to serve whatever needs your island community might have. But for now, the building rests, and in its rest, it seems to embody all the peaceful rhythms that make island life so restorative. A gentle breeze stirs the decorative elements around the store's entrance, creating soft sounds that blend with the distant ocean waves and the rustle of leaves in nearby trees. The night air carries the faintest hint of the ocean, mixed with the green scents of growing things and the clean, neutral smell of well-maintained buildings. It's a fragrance that speaks of home and safety, of a place where everything is cared for and nothing is left to decay or deterioration. From your bench, you can see other buildings in their nighttime repose, the museum with its dignified silhouette, the residential homes with their warm window glow, the various decorative structures and amenities that make your island unique. Each one represents hours of planning and effort, but more than that, they represent the gradual creation of a world where peace and beauty are the dominant themes, where every element works together to create an atmosphere of harmony and contentment. Chapter 10. Preparing your island home for sleep. As your evening exploration draws toward its natural conclusion, you make your way toward your own home, that personal sanctuary that represents the heart of your island experience. The path to your house is particularly beautiful at night, lined with the flowers you've planted and maintained with such care. Their pale colors seeming to glow in the starlight, like natural lanterns guiding you home. The familiar sight of your house coming into view brings a deep sense of satisfaction and belonging, the recognition of a space that is truly and completely yours. Your home's exterior reflects all the careful choices you've made over time. The roof color that perfectly complements the island's natural palette. The siding that creates just the right balance between standing out and fitting in. The decorative elements that express your personality while maintaining harmony with the overall aesthetic of your community. The windows glow with warm, inviting light, and the small garden area around your entrance showcases some of your finest horticultural achievements. As you approach your front door, you notice the small details that make this space uniquely yours. Perhaps a welcome mat with a cheerful message, decorative planters filled with your favorite flowers, a mailbox that's both functional and beautiful. These elements might seem minor, but they're the touches that transform a house into a home, that create the sense of personal investment and care that makes returning here at the end of each day such a pleasure. The front porch or entrance area of your home provides a perfect transition space between the public areas of your island and your private sanctuary. You might have placed a comfortable chair here for morning coffee or evening reflection, or created a small display area for seasonal decorations that change throughout the year. Whatever choices you've made, they reflect your understanding that the approach to your home is just as important as the interior, that the experience of coming home should be gradual and pleasurable rather than abrupt. Standing at your threshold, you take a moment to look back at your island spreading out in the darkness, dotted with the gentle lights of your neighbors' homes and the soft glow of street lamps along the paths you've created. The view fills you with quiet pride, not the boastful satisfaction of conquest, but the deeper contentment that comes from stewardship and care. This is a world you've helped shape, but more importantly, it's a world that has shaped you, teaching patience and attention to detail, and the deep satisfaction that comes from creating beauty for its own sake. The sound of your key in the lock is familiar and comforting, that small mechanical click that represents security and privacy, and the transition from public to personal space. As the door swings open, you're greeted by the warm air and gentle lighting of your carefully arranged interior. A space that reflects not just your aesthetic preferences, but your understanding of what makes a house feel like a true home. The evening's adventures have been perfect in their gentle variety. The peaceful garden work, the friendly conversations, the shared wonder of stargazing, the contemplative stroll through your sleeping community. Now it's time for the final phase of your island day, the preparation of your personal space for the restorative sleep that will prepare you for tomorrow's simple pleasures and quiet satisfactions. The door closes behind you with a soft, satisfying sound that immediately separates you from the outside world and welcomes you into your personal haven. Your home's interior greets you with that perfect combination of familiarity and comfort that only comes from a space that has been carefully curated over time, where every item has been chosen not just for its function, but for the way it contributes to an overall atmosphere of peace and contentment. The entryway of your home sets the tone for everything that follows. Perhaps a small table where you can set down the seashells you collected during your evening beach walk. A mirror that reflects the warm lighting and makes the space feel larger and more open. Or a decorative rug that provides both visual interest and a soft surface for your feet as you transition from the outdoor paths to your indoor sanctuary. The lighting here is gentle and welcoming, bright enough to navigate safely, but soft enough to maintain the peaceful mood that the evening has created. As you move deeper into your home, you're surrounded by the fruits of countless hours of careful decoration and arrangement. Each room tells a story of your island life. The living room, with its comfortable seating arranged to encourage both solitary relaxation and friendly conversation. The kitchen, with its cheerful appliances and carefully organized supplies, ready for tomorrow's cooking adventures. The various nooks and corners where you've created small vignettes that bring joy simply by existing in their perfectly arranged harmony. The flooring beneath your feet might be hardwood that gleams softly in the lamplight, or perhaps tatami mats that provide both visual warmth and a connection to traditional aesthetics, or maybe carpeting in soothing colors that makes every step feel cushioned and comfortable. Whatever choice you've made, it reflects your understanding that a home should please all the senses, that the tactile experience of moving through your space is just as important as the visual appeal. Your furniture arrangement speaks to both practicality and beauty. Pieces positioned to create natural flow patterns through the rooms, while also establishing cozy conversation areas and quiet corners for solitary activities. Perhaps there's a reading chair positioned perfectly to catch the morning light, or a dining table that serves as both a place for meals and a surface for crafting projects, or a desk area where you can plan tomorrow's island improvements while surrounded by inspiring decorations. The walls of your home showcase your personal aesthetic through carefully chosen wallpaper or paint colors that create the perfect backdrop for your furniture and decorations. The patterns might be subtle and soothing, designed to create a sense of calm and continuity throughout the space, or perhaps more bold and expressive in certain rooms where you want to create focal points or express particular aspects of your personality. Either way, they contribute to the overall sense that this is a space designed for living well and peacefully. Throughout your home, small decorative objects catch the light and draw the eye. Perhaps a collection of interesting fossils displayed on floating shelves, or houseplants that bring life and natural beauty into your interior spaces, or artwork that reflects your personal taste and adds visual interest to the walls. These aren't random accumulations of stuff, but carefully chosen elements that work together to create an environment that nurtures both body and spirit. The temperature inside your home is perfect, not too warm, not too cool, but that ideal climate that makes you want to settle in and stay a while. The air carries subtle, pleasant scents, perhaps the lingering fragrance of flowers you've brought inside, or the clean smell of well-maintained furnishings, or the faint aroma of whatever delicious meal you might have prepared earlier in the day. Your living room welcomes you with its perfectly arranged seating and the soft glow of carefully positioned lighting that creates pools of warmth throughout the space. This is the heart of your home's social area, designed for both entertaining friends and enjoying quiet, solitary moments. And tonight, it serves as the perfect transition space between your evening's activities and the approaching time for sleep. The sofa or seating area you've chosen reflects both comfort and style. Perhaps a plush couch in soothing colors that invites you to sink into its cushions. Or maybe a collection of chairs arranged to create an intimate conversation area. Or possibly floor cushions that provide a more casual, relaxed seating option. Whatever your choice, the furniture seems to embrace you as you settle in, providing physical comfort that matches the emotional satisfaction of being in your own perfectly arranged space. The coffee table or central surface in your seating area might hold a few carefully chosen objects, perhaps a small vase with fresh flowers from your garden, or an interesting book that you've been reading in quiet moments, or a decorative bowl that serves both functional and aesthetic purposes. These items aren't cluttered or overwhelming, but rather create small focal points that add visual interest while maintaining the overall sense of calm and order that characterizes your entire home. Your entertainment area, if you have one, is organized with the same attention to both function and beauty that characterizes the rest of your space. Perhaps there's a music system where you can play KK Slider's gentle melodies, or a bookshelf filled with interesting volumes that provide both decoration and endless opportunities for quiet entertainment. These elements are integrated seamlessly into the room's overall design, contributing to the atmosphere rather than dominating it. The lighting in your living room is particularly important during these evening hours, and you've arranged it to create exactly the right mood for relaxation and contemplation. Table lamps with soft, warm bulbs create intimate pools of light that make the space feel cozy and enclosed, while perhaps a floor lamp provides broader illumination for reading or other activities. The interplay of light and shadow creates depth and visual interest while maintaining the peaceful atmosphere that makes this room so conducive to relaxation. Windows in your living room, if positioned to catch the evening view, might offer glimpses of your island's nighttime beauty, the gentle glow of street lamps along your paths, the silhouettes of trees against the starlit sky, or the distant twinkle of your neighbors' homes settling in for the night. These views connect your interior space to the larger island community while maintaining the sense of privacy and security that makes your home such a perfect retreat. The walls of your living room might display artwork or decorations that reflect your personal interests and aesthetic preferences, perhaps paintings that capture the natural beauty of island life, or photographs of memorable moments with your villager friends, or decorative objects that add color and texture to the space. These personal touches make the room uniquely yours, while contributing to the overall atmosphere of harmony and peace as you settle into your favorite spot in this carefully created space. You feel the day's gentle activities settling into memory, while your body and mind begin the natural transition toward rest. The living room serves as a perfect bridge between the active enjoyment of your island life and the restorative sleep that will prepare you for tomorrow's simple pleasures and quiet satisfactions. Your kitchen draws you in with its cheerful efficiency and the promise of tomorrow's culinary adventures. Even in the evening's quiet hours, this space radiates warmth and possibility, every surface clean and organized, every appliance ready for whatever cooking inspiration might strike you in the days to come. The kitchen represents one of the most practical aspects of island life, yet you've managed to make it beautiful as well as functional. The countertops gleam softly in the gentle lighting, their surfaces clear except for a few carefully chosen items that serve both practical and decorative purposes. Perhaps a bowl of fruit from your island's trees, their colors bright and appealing even in the subdued evening light, or a small herb garden growing on the windowsill, providing both fresh ingredients and natural beauty. These touches transform utilitarian surfaces into displays that please the eye while serving genuine functional needs. Your appliances are arranged with the same attention to both efficiency and visual appeal that characterizes the rest of your home. The refrigerator hums quietly in the background, its gentle sound a reminder of the fresh ingredients waiting inside for tomorrow's meals. The stove stands ready for whatever cooking adventures you might undertake, its clean surfaces reflecting the warm lighting and contributing to the overall sense of order and preparation that makes this kitchen such a satisfying space. The cabinets and storage areas in your kitchen represent countless hours of thoughtful organization, every item in its designated place, every surface contributing to the overall functionality of the space. Opening any cabinet or drawer would reveal the careful attention you've paid to making sure that cooking and food preparation can flow smoothly and enjoyably without the frustration of searching for misplaced items or dealing with cluttered, disorganized storage. Perhaps there's a small dining area connected to your kitchen, a space where you can enjoy meals while looking out at your island's beauty, or simply sit with a cup of tea and plan the next day's activities. This area might feature a table perfectly sized for your needs, with comfortable seating that encourages lingering over meals and quiet contemplation. The connection between cooking and dining spaces creates a natural flow that makes food preparation and consumption feel like integrated parts of a peaceful, well-ordered life. The kitchen window, if you have one, might offer views of your garden or other beautiful aspects of your island landscape. During the day, this window would flood the space with natural light and provide inspiration for cooking with fresh ingredients from your own land. Even now, in the evening darkness, the window serves as a connection to the outside world, a reminder that your home is part of the larger island community while remaining a distinct and personal sanctuary. The scents in your kitchen are subtle but pleasant. The clean smell of well-maintained appliances and surfaces, perhaps the lingering aroma of earlier cooking adventures, or the fresh fragrance of herbs or flowers you might keep in this space. These olfactory elements contribute to the overall sensory experience of being in your kitchen, making it a place that appeals to all the senses, rather than just providing functional cooking space. As you move through your kitchen during this evening tour of your home, you might find yourself planning tomorrow's meals or simply appreciating the satisfaction that comes from having a space so perfectly organized and ready for whatever culinary inspiration might arise. The kitchen represents the practical foundation of comfortable island living, yet it's also a space for creativity and the simple pleasure of preparing nourishing, delicious food in beautiful surroundings. Your bathroom serves as a personal spa within your island home, a space dedicated to cleansing, refreshment, and the quiet rituals that mark the transition between day and night. Even this most utilitarian of rooms has been transformed through your careful attention into something that contributes to the overall atmosphere of peace and beauty that characterizes your entire home. Every element serves both practical and aesthetic purposes, creating an environment where daily routines become moments of self-care and relaxation. The lighting in your bathroom is particularly important during these evening hours, and you've chosen fixtures that provide adequate illumination for practical tasks while maintaining a soft, soothing quality that supports relaxation rather than stimulating alertness. Perhaps there are wall sconces that cast gentle light upward and downward, creating interesting patterns on the walls while eliminating harsh shadows, or maybe a combination of overhead lighting and accent lamps that allow you to adjust the brightness according to your needs and mood. The bathtub or shower area represents the centerpiece of your bathroom's relaxation potential. Whether you've chosen a deep soaking tub that invites long contemplative baths, or a spacious shower with excellent water pressure and temperature control, this area has been designed to make the daily ritual of cleansing into something approaching meditation. The surfaces are clean and gleaming. The fixtures operate smoothly and quietly. Your bathroom storage solutions reflect the same attention to organization and beauty that characterizes the rest of your home. Toiletries are arranged neatly on surfaces or in cabinets, each item in its designated place, creating an environment where you can find what you need quickly and efficiently without disrupting the peaceful atmosphere. Perhaps there are decorative containers that hold everyday items while adding visual interest to the space, or shelving that displays both functional and beautiful objects in pleasing arrangements. The mirror in your bathroom serves both practical and aesthetic purposes, reflecting light to make the space feel larger and brighter, while providing the necessary functionality for grooming and self-care routines. The frame you've chosen might complement the overall design scheme of the room, and the positioning ensures that the reflection captures the most flattering light while serving all your practical needs. Small decorative touches throughout your bathroom add personality and warmth to what could otherwise be a purely functional space. Perhaps there are plants that thrive in the bathroom's humidity while adding natural beauty and air-purifying benefits, or artwork that can withstand the moisture while contributing to the room's visual appeal. These elements transform the bathroom from a utilitarian necessity into a genuine part of your home's overall aesthetic vision. The flooring in your bathroom provides both safety and comfort, with surfaces that remain stable when wet while feeling pleasant under bare feet. Whether you've chosen tile, waterproof wood-look materials, or other options, the flooring contributes to the overall sense that this is a space designed for both practical use and personal comfort. As you prepare for your evening routine in this carefully designed space, you're reminded that even the most basic daily activities can become sources of pleasure and relaxation when they take place in environments that have been created with attention to both function and beauty. Your bathroom represents the understanding that self-care is an important part of island living, that taking time to tend to your physical needs in beautiful surroundings contributes to overall well-being and contentment. The hallway leading to your bedroom serves as a gentle transition between the more public areas of your home and your most private sanctuary. This passage might be lined with photographs or artwork that chronicle your island adventures, creating a visual journey through memories and experiences that have shaped your life in this peaceful place. The lighting here is soft and minimal, just enough to navigate safely while maintaining the quiet, contemplative mood that evening naturally brings. As you approach your bedroom door, you feel the anticipation that comes with entering a space designed specifically for rest and rejuvenation. This room represents the culmination of your home's purpose. While other areas serve multiple functions for entertaining, cooking, and daily activities, the bedroom exists solely to provide the perfect environment for sleep and the quiet contemplation that precedes it. Every choice you've made in decorating and arranging this space has been guided by the goal of creating optimal conditions for rest and peace. The bedroom door itself might be a beautiful element in your home's design, perhaps painted in a soothing color that complements the overall aesthetic, or featuring decorative hardware that adds visual interest while functioning smoothly and quietly. Opening this door creates a sense of crossing a threshold, leaving behind the day's activities and entering a realm dedicated entirely to rest and restoration. The first impression as you enter your bedroom is one of immediate calm and comfort. The color palette you've chosen works together to create an atmosphere that naturally encourages relaxation. Perhaps soft blues that evoke the peaceful ocean surrounding your island, or warm earth tones that connect you to the natural world, or gentle pastels that seem to glow softly in the evening light. These colors don't compete for attention, but rather blend together to create a harmonious environment that soothes the eye and calms the mind. The temperature in your bedroom is perfectly regulated, neither too warm nor too cool, but that ideal climate that makes you want to settle in and stay. The air circulation is gentle and natural, perhaps aided by a quietly operating fan, or simply the result of good design that allows for natural airflow. The atmosphere feels fresh and clean, with subtle, pleasant scents that might come from fresh linens, a small bouquet of flowers from your garden, or simply the clean, neutral smell of a well-maintained space. The flooring in your bedroom continues the theme of comfort and beauty that characterizes the rest of your home. Whether you've chosen soft carpeting that cushions every step, hardwood that gleams warmly in the lamplight, or another option that suits your aesthetic preferences, the surface feels pleasant under your feet and contributes to the overall sense that this is a space designed for comfort and relaxation. Windows in your bedroom, if positioned to catch views of your island, might offer glimpses of the nighttime beauty outside. The gentle glow of stars, the silhouettes of trees swaying in the evening breeze, or the distant lights of your neighbors' homes, creating a sense of community, even in this most private space. These views connect your bedroom to the larger island environment while maintaining the sense of security and privacy that makes this room such a perfect retreat. The overall layout of your bedroom creates natural flow patterns that make the space feel both functional and peaceful, with clear pathways between different areas and furniture positioned to create cozy nooks and comfortable spaces for various activities related to rest and relaxation. Stepping fully into your bedroom, you're immediately enveloped by an atmosphere of perfect tranquility that represents the culmination of all your careful planning and decoration. This space embodies everything that makes your island home a true sanctuary. The thoughtful color choices, the comfortable furnishings, the attention to both beauty and function that transforms a simple room into a haven designed specifically for rest and peaceful contemplation. The centerpiece of your bedroom is, naturally, your bed, a carefully chosen piece that represents the perfect balance between comfort and aesthetic appeal. The mattress provides exactly the right level of support and softness, promising a night of restorative sleep that will prepare you for tomorrow's gentle island adventures. The bed frame might be crafted from warm wood that complements your island's natural aesthetic, or perhaps designed in a style that reflects your personal taste while maintaining the overall harmony of the room. Your bedding has been selected with the same attention to both comfort and beauty that characterizes every aspect of your home. The sheets are soft and smooth against the skin, made from materials that breathe well and maintain comfortable temperature throughout the night. The colors and patterns work perfectly with the room's overall design scheme. Perhaps soft, muted tones that promote relaxation, or gentle patterns that add visual interest without being overstimulating or distracting. The pillows on your bed are arranged to provide both comfort and visual appeal, each one chosen for its specific contribution to your sleep comfort and the room's aesthetic harmony. Some might be purely functional, designed to provide optimal support for your head and neck, while others serve more decorative purposes, adding color, texture, and visual interest to the bed's appearance. Together, they create an inviting tableau that makes the bed look as comfortable as it actually is. A comforter or duvet covers the bed in soft, welcoming layers that promise warmth and comfort throughout the night. The weight and material have been chosen to provide the perfect balance, substantial enough to create a sense of security and coziness, but not so heavy as to be restrictive or uncomfortable. The color and texture complement the sheets and pillows, while adding another layer to the room's overall design harmony. Beside your bed, nightstands or bedside tables provide both practical storage and surfaces for the items you might need during your evening routine or upon waking. These pieces might hold a lamp for reading, a glass of water for nighttime hydration, perhaps a book for quiet pre-sleep reading, or small decorative objects that add personality and beauty to the space. The height and positioning are perfect for easy access without disrupting the room's visual flow. The lighting in your bedroom is particularly important for creating the right atmosphere for sleep preparation. You might have a combination of overhead lighting for general illumination and bedside lamps for reading or other quiet activities. All the fixtures have been chosen to provide warm, soft light that promotes relaxation rather than alertness, with the ability to dim or adjust brightness according to your needs and the time of evening. Storage solutions in your bedroom maintain the same principles of organization and beauty that characterize the rest of your home. A dresser or wardrobe keeps clothing neatly organized and easily accessible, while perhaps a chest or bench at the foot of the bed provides additional storage while serving as a surface for laying out tomorrow's clothes, or simply as a place to sit while putting on shoes or socks. As you begin your evening routine in this perfectly appointed bedroom, each action becomes part of a peaceful ritual that marks the transition from day to night, from activity to rest, from the external world of your island community to the internal world of dreams and restoration. These aren't rushed or perfunctory activities, but rather mindful practices that honor the importance of sleep and the quiet satisfaction that comes from ending each day with intention and care. You might begin by opening a window slightly to allow the gentle night air to circulate through the room, bringing with it the subtle sounds and scents of your island's evening atmosphere. The soft rustle of leaves, the distant sound of waves meeting the shore, and the occasional gentle call of a night bird create a natural soundtrack that immediately begins to slow your breathing and relax your mind. The fresh air carries the mixed fragrances of night-blooming flowers, salt from the ocean, and the clean, green scent of your carefully tended landscape. Your evening clothing routine becomes a meditation on comfort and self-care, as you change from the day's attire into sleepwear chosen specifically for its softness and comfort. The fabric feels pleasant against your skin, neither too warm nor too cool, but perfectly suited to the evening temperature and your personal comfort preferences. The colors and style of your sleepwear might reflect the same aesthetic sensibilities that guide your home decoration. Perhaps soft, muted tones that promote relaxation, or simple, elegant designs that make you feel both comfortable and beautiful. The process of preparing your bed for sleep is another opportunity for mindful attention to detail. You might adjust the pillows to create the perfect arrangement for your sleeping position, smooth the sheets to eliminate any wrinkles or uncomfortable bunching, and arrange the comforter or duvet to provide optimal warmth and weight distribution. These small actions, performed with attention and care, transform the simple act of getting into bed into a ritual that signals to your body and mind that it's time to transition towards sleep. Your bedside routine might include setting out a glass of fresh water for nighttime hydration, positioning a book within easy reach in case you feel like reading a few peaceful pages before sleep, or arranging any other items you might need during the night or upon waking. These preparations create a sense of security and readiness that allows you to settle into sleep without worry about forgotten necessities or uncomfortable arrangements. Perhaps you have a small ritual of gratitude or reflection that marks the end of each day. A few moments of quiet contemplation about the day's simple pleasures, the beauty you witnessed, the kind interactions with your villager friends, or simply the satisfaction of living peacefully in this carefully created island paradise. This mental review doesn't focus on problems or stresses, but rather on the positive elements that made the day worthwhile and meaningful. The lighting in your bedroom can be gradually adjusted as you prepare for sleep, perhaps starting with brighter illumination for practical tasks and slowly dimming to softer, warmer tones that encourage your body's natural production of sleep hormones. This gradual transition helps your circadian rhythms adjust naturally to the approaching night, making the eventual transition to darkness feel smooth and comfortable rather than abrupt or jarring. As you complete these gentle preparations, you feel your body and mind naturally beginning to slow down, the day's activities settling into memory, while your consciousness prepares for the restorative journey of sleep that will refresh and renew you for tomorrow's island adventures. Your bedroom's furniture arrangement reflects a deep understanding of how physical space can influence mental and emotional states, with every piece positioned to create optimal flow, comfort, and aesthetic harmony. The layout isn't accidental or haphazard, but rather the result of careful consideration about how you move through the space, how different areas serve different purposes, and how the overall arrangement contributes to the room's primary function as a sanctuary for rest and rejuvenation. The bed's position in the room has been chosen to take advantage of natural light during the day, while ensuring privacy and comfort during sleep hours. Perhaps it's positioned to catch the morning sun through a window, providing natural illumination that helps regulate your circadian rhythms. Or maybe it's placed to offer views of your island's beauty, while maintaining a sense of security and enclosure. The headboard, if you have one, might serve both functional and decorative purposes, providing comfortable support for reading or relaxing, while adding visual weight and interest to the room's design. Your dresser or wardrobe is positioned for both practical access and visual balance, perhaps across from the bed, where it can serve as a focal point, while remaining easily accessible for daily clothing needs. The top surface might display carefully chosen decorative objects, perhaps a mirror that reflects light and makes the space feel larger, a small plant that adds natural beauty and air-purifying benefits, or personal mementos that make the space feel uniquely yours without creating clutter or visual chaos. A comfortable chair, if space allows, might be positioned near a window, where it can serve as a reading nook during the day, or a quiet spot for contemplation during evening hours. This piece of furniture transforms the bedroom from a space used only for sleep into a more versatile sanctuary, where you can engage in quiet activities that promote relaxation and personal reflection. The chair's style and upholstery complement the room's overall aesthetic, while providing genuine comfort for extended sitting. Storage solutions throughout the bedroom maintain the principle that organization and beauty should work together rather than competing with each other. Perhaps there's a trunk or chest at the foot of the bed that provides storage for extra linens or seasonal items, while serving as a surface for laying out clothes or as additional seating when needed. Closet space, if available, is organized with the same attention to efficiency and visual appeal that characterizes the rest of your home. The room's traffic patterns have been carefully considered to ensure that movement through the space feels natural and unobstructed. There's clear access to the bed from multiple angles, easy reach to bedside storage and lighting, and comfortable pathways to the door, windows, and other furniture pieces. This thoughtful arrangement means that even in low light conditions, you can navigate the room safely and comfortably without bumping into furniture or feeling cramped or restricted. Wall space in your bedroom might feature artwork or decorations that promote relaxation and positive emotions. Perhaps landscapes that remind you of your island's natural beauty, abstract pieces in soothing colors that please the eye without being overstimulating, or personal photographs that evoke happy memories and feelings of contentment. These visual elements are positioned at appropriate heights and locations to be easily viewed and appreciated without overwhelming the space or competing with the room's primary function. The overall effect of this careful arrangement is a space that feels both spacious and cozy, organized and comfortable, beautiful and functional. A room that serves its practical purposes perfectly, while also providing the aesthetic and emotional satisfaction that comes from living in a space that has been created with attention, care, and genuine understanding of how environment affects well-being. The textiles in your bedroom create layers of comfort and beauty that transform the space from merely functional to genuinely luxurious. Each fabric chosen not only for its practical properties, but also for its contribution to the room's overall aesthetic harmony and your personal comfort. These soft elements, from bedding to curtains to decorative pillows, work together to create an environment that appeals to your sense of touch while supporting the visual design that makes your bedroom such a perfect sanctuary. Your sheets represent the foundation of sleeping comfort, chosen for their softness, breathability, and durability. The material might be cotton that feels crisp and clean, or perhaps bamboo fiber that provides natural temperature regulation, or linen that offers a relaxed, natural texture that improves with each washing. The weave and thread count have been selected to provide the perfect balance between smoothness and breathability, ensuring that you remain comfortable throughout the night, regardless of temperature fluctuations. The pillowcases complement the sheets, while potentially adding subtle color or pattern variations that create visual interest without disrupting the overall harmony of the bedding ensemble. Perhaps they feature a slightly different shade of the same color family, or a gentle pattern that coordinates with other textiles in the room, or simply the same fabric as the sheets to create a perfectly matched, serene appearance that promotes relaxation through its visual consistency. Your comforter or duvet represents another layer of both comfort and design, chosen for its weight, warmth, and aesthetic appeal. The filling might be down that provides lightweight warmth, or synthetic materials that offer hypoallergenic properties, or natural fibers that create the perfect balance of insulation and breathability. The cover fabric coordinates with your sheets and pillowcases, while potentially introducing new textures or subtle pattern elements that add depth and interest to the bed's decorative pillows, if you choose to include them. Serve as accent pieces that can introduce color, pattern, or texture variations while maintaining the overall peaceful atmosphere of the room. These might be in complementary colors that tie together other elements in the room's design, or feature subtle patterns that add visual interest without being overstimulating or distracting. The fabrics might include different textures, perhaps velvet for richness, linen for natural appeal, or cotton for classic comfort. Window treatments in your bedroom serve multiple functions while contributing to the room's textile landscape. Curtains or blinds provide privacy and light control, while adding color, pattern, and texture to the walls. The fabric might be lightweight and flowing for a soft, romantic effect, or more substantial for better light blocking and insulation. The colors and patterns coordinate with the bedding and other textiles, while serving the practical needs of privacy and light management. A throw blanket draped over a chair or folded at the foot of the bed adds another layer of both comfort and visual appeal. This piece might be in a coordinating color that ties together other elements in the room, or feature a texture that provides tactile interest. Perhaps a soft knit that invites touching, or a smooth weave that catches and reflects light beautifully. The throw serves practical purposes for additional warmth or comfort while reading or relaxing, while also contributing to the room's overall design scheme. Area rugs, if used in your bedroom, provide both comfort underfoot and visual grounding for the furniture arrangement. The texture might be plush and soft for bare feet, or more durable for high traffic areas, while the colors and patterns coordinate with the overall design scheme. The size and placement have been chosen to define spaces within the room, while providing practical benefits and aesthetic appeal. As you complete your evening preparations and settle into your perfectly arranged bed, the culmination of all your careful planning and attention to detail creates the ideal environment for the transition from wakefulness to sleep. The sheets feel smooth and cool against your skin. The pillows provide exactly the right support for your head and neck, and the weight of your comforter creates a sense of security and warmth that immediately begins to relax your body and calm your mind. The lighting in your bedroom has been dimmed to its softest setting, creating just enough illumination to navigate safely while encouraging your body's natural production of melatonin and other sleep-promoting hormones. Perhaps a single bedside lamp provides a gentle glow that makes the room feel cozy and enclosed rather than dark and potentially unsettling. The warm tone of the light creates a peaceful atmosphere that supports relaxation rather than stimulating alertness. From your comfortable position in bed, you can hear the gentle sounds of your island settling into night, the distant whisper of waves meeting the shore, the soft rustle of leaves in the evening breeze, and perhaps the occasional gentle call of a night bird or the subtle sound of wind chimes hanging from a neighbor's porch. These natural sounds create a peaceful soundtrack that helps your breathing slow and deepen while your mind begins to release the day's activities and concerns. The air in your bedroom is fresh and perfectly temperature controlled, neither too warm nor too cool, but that ideal climate that makes you want to burrow deeper into your comfortable bedding while feeling completely at ease with your environment. A slight breeze from an open window might carry the mixed fragrances of night-blooming flowers, salt air from the ocean, and the clean, green scents of your carefully tended island landscape. Your body begins to respond to all these carefully orchestrated comfort cues, muscles gradually relaxing as tension flows out of your shoulders, back, and limbs. The day's gentle activities, tending your garden, chatting with villager friends, collecting seashells on the beach, sharing quiet moments around the campfire, settle into pleasant memories that bring satisfaction rather than stimulation, contentment rather than excitement. Your breathing naturally slows and deepens as you sink further into the comfortable embrace of your bed, each exhale releasing a little more of the day's energy, while each inhale brings fresh, clean air that nourishes your body and calms your mind. The rhythm becomes steady and peaceful, a natural meditation that carries you gradually toward the threshold of sleep. Your mind begins to drift, thoughts becoming less focused and more dreamlike, as consciousness prepares to give way to the restorative processes of sleep. Perhaps you find yourself thinking about tomorrow's simple pleasures, the morning walk through your flower garden, the possibility of discovering new seashells on the beach, the chance to share another peaceful evening with your island community. These thoughts don't create anxiety or excitement, but rather a gentle anticipation that adds to your overall sense of contentment and well-being. The perfect comfort of your bed, the peaceful sounds of your island night, the carefully created atmosphere of your bedroom sanctuary, and the satisfaction of another day, well lived in your island paradise, all combine to create ideal conditions for deep, restorative sleep that will refresh and renew you for tomorrow's gentle adventures and quiet joys. As your consciousness begins its gentle descent toward sleep, the boundary between waking and dreaming becomes beautifully blurred, like watercolors bleeding softly into one another on wet paper. Your mind, still loosely tethered to the peaceful reality of your island bedroom, begins to weave the day's experiences into the gossamer threads of dreams, creating a seamless transition from the conscious enjoyment of your island paradise to the subconscious exploration of even more magical possibilities. The sounds of your island night, the gentle lapping of waves, the soft rustle of palm fronds, the distant melody of wind chimes, begin to transform in your drowsing mind into something even more ethereal. Perhaps the ocean's rhythm becomes a lullaby sung by unseen voices, or the wind through the trees transforms into the whispered conversations of friendly spirits who watch over your island while you sleep. These aren't frightening or unsettling transformations, but rather the mind's natural tendency to create wonder and beauty from the peaceful elements of your environment. Your body sinks deeper into the comfortable embrace of your bed, each muscle group releasing its hold on the day's gentle activities, as relaxation flows through you like warm honey. Your arms rest peacefully at your sides, no longer needed to tend gardens or collect seashells. Your legs stretch comfortably beneath the soft covers, freed from the pleasant task of walking your island's winding paths. Your shoulders drop away from your ears as all the day's responsibilities, however light and enjoyable they may have been, dissolve into the approaching realm of dreams. The familiar layout of your island begins to shift and expand in your pre-sleep consciousness, becoming something even more magical than its already perfect reality. Perhaps your flower garden grows into an enchanted meadow where blooms glow with their own inner light, or your beach extends into infinity, offering endless treasures for discovery. The museum might transform into a vast library of wonders where Blathers shares stories that come alive as you listen, filling the air with gentle magic and impossible beauty. Your villager friends appear in these drowsy visions as even more wonderful versions of themselves, their kindness amplified, their conversations filled with wisdom and warmth that seems to emanate from some deeper source of contentment and joy. The campfire gatherings become celebrations of friendship that last throughout the night, with stories and laughter that create bonds of community stronger than anything possible in the waking world. The colors of your dream island begin to shift and intensify, taking on hues that don't exist in ordinary reality, but somehow feel more true and beautiful than anything you've ever seen. The sunset sky might display shades of purple and gold that seem to sing with their own music, or the ocean might reflect stars that dance and swirl in patterns that tell stories of ancient peace and timeless contentment. Time itself becomes fluid in this transitional state, allowing you to experience the full cycle of island life in moments, watching flowers bloom and fruit ripen, seeing seasons change in gentle waves of transformation, witnessing your island community grow and flourish in ways that bring only joy and deeper connection. Past, present, and future blend together in a tapestry of continuous contentment, where every moment is perfect, and every experience adds to an ever-growing sense of peace and belonging. Your breathing becomes so slow and steady that it seems to match the eternal rhythm of the ocean itself, each inhale drawing in the pure essence of island tranquility, each exhale releasing any remaining connection to worry or stress. You are becoming one with the peaceful heartbeat of your island paradise, your individual consciousness beginning to merge with the larger harmony that makes this place so perfectly restorative and healing. In the deeper layers of approaching sleep, your island's garden reveals secrets that exist only in the magical hours between consciousness and dreams. The flowers you tended so carefully during the day now glow with soft inner light, each bloom a tiny lantern illuminating pathways that lead to wonders beyond ordinary imagination. The familiar layout of your carefully planned garden expands and transforms, becoming a vast botanical paradise where every plant tells a story of growth, beauty, and the patient rewards of gentle care. The roses you watered this evening now seem to pulse with a gentle rhythm that matches your slowing heartbeat, their petals opening and closing like breathing flowers that share the same peaceful life force that flows through your relaxing body. The colors are more vivid than any waking reality could produce. Reds that seem to contain the warmth of every sunset, whites that glow with the purity of starlight, pinks that capture the essence of dawn's first blush across the horizon. Your dream garden pathways wind through landscapes that shift and change with each step, leading you past beds of flowers that exist nowhere in the waking world, but feel completely familiar and beloved. Perhaps there are blooms that chime like tiny bells when the night breeze touches them, or flowers whose petals fall upward like reverse rain, creating gentle showers of color that dissolve into sparkles before they can touch the ground. The trees in your sleep garden bear fruit that glows like jewels, each piece perfect in its ripeness, and somehow containing not just flavor, but pure contentment that spreads through your dream body with each imagined bite. The branches sway in breezes that carry not just the scent of flowers, but the essence of every peaceful moment you've ever experienced, creating an atmosphere so rich with tranquility that simply breathing it brings deeper and deeper relaxation. Butterflies dance through this nocturnal paradise in patterns that seem choreographed by some benevolent intelligence, their wings trailing streams of gentle light that linger in the air like brushstrokes of liquid starlight. They land on your dream hands without fear, their tiny feet tickling your skin with sensations that feel like blessings, like small confirmations that you belong in this place of perfect beauty and endless peace. The garden's boundaries expand infinitely in all directions, yet somehow you never feel lost or overwhelmed by its vastness. Each area you explore feels like coming home, like discovering a part of yourself that has always existed, but was waiting for the right moment of deep relaxation to reveal itself. There are groves of trees that whisper ancient secrets of growth and patience, clearings filled with grass so soft it feels like walking on clouds, and streams that flow with water so pure it seems to wash away not just physical tiredness, but any memory of ever being anything other than completely at peace. In this dream garden, time moves according to its own perfect rhythm, sometimes fast enough that you can watch flowers bloom in moments, their petals unfurling like time-lapse poetry, and sometimes so slowly that a single dewdrop can hold your attention for what feels like hours, revealing infinite worlds of beauty in its crystalline depths. The pace is always exactly right for whatever wonder you're experiencing, never rushed or hurried, never dragging or boring, but flowing with the same natural perfection that governs the tides and the turning of seasons. Your dream self moves through this paradise with the weightless grace of someone who has finally found their true home, each step bringing deeper contentment, each breath drawing in air so pure and sweet that it seems to nourish not just your body, but your very soul. The garden tends itself around you, responding to your presence with new blooms and fresh wonders that appear just as you're ready to appreciate them, creating an endless cycle of discovery and delight that could continue forever without ever becoming repetitive or tiresome. The dream ocean that surrounds your sleeping island paradise extends far beyond the familiar boundaries of your waking beach, becoming an infinite expanse of possibility where the water itself seems alive with gentle intelligence and boundless generosity. The waves that lapped peacefully at your shoreline during the evening now transform into something even more magical, liquid music that carries melodies of ancient contentment, rhythms that speak directly to the deepest parts of your resting consciousness. In this oceanic dreamscape, the water is neither cold nor warm, but perfectly matched to your body temperature, creating the sensation of floating in liquid comfort that supports and embraces every part of you simultaneously. The familiar blue-green of your island's waters has deepened into shades that seem to contain all the peace that has ever existed, colors that shift and flow like liquid meditation, sometimes deep sapphire that holds the wisdom of profound rest, sometimes pale aquamarine that sparkles with the joy of perfect relaxation. Schools of dreamfish swim through these waters in formations that create living mandalas, their silver scales catching and reflecting light that seems to come from within the water itself, rather than from any external source. These aren't ordinary fish, but creatures of pure tranquility, each movement contributing to patterns of such perfect harmony that watching them brings your sleeping mind even deeper into states of peaceful rest. Some fish trail streams of gentle luminescence, creating underwater aurora that paint the depths with colors that exist only in the realm of perfect dreams. The ocean floor in your sleep vision is carpeted with sand so fine and soft that it seems made of powdered starlight, scattered with shells and treasures that represent not material wealth, but crystallized moments of contentment and joy. Each shell contains the echo of every peaceful wave that ever touched a shore, and when the dream currents move them, they create gentle chiming sounds that blend with the water's rhythm to form symphonies of liquid serenity. Coral gardens grow in impossible formations throughout this dream ocean, their structures defying the laws of physics to create architectural wonders that exist purely for beauty's sake. These coral cities pulse with gentle bioluminescence, creating underwater cities of light where every surface glows with soft radiance that never hurts the eyes, but only adds to the overall sense of being surrounded by living peace. The coral itself seems to breathe in rhythm with your sleeping lungs, creating a connection between your resting body and the vast, nurturing ocean that holds your island paradise. In the deeper waters of your ocean dreams, gentle giants glide through the currents, whale-like creatures whose songs penetrate not just the water, but the very fabric of the dream itself, their melodies becoming the soundtrack to your deepest rest. These beings radiate such profound peace that their mere presence in your dream ocean makes every molecule of water more restful, more healing, more perfectly suited to washing away any remaining traces of tension or concern. The surface of your dream ocean reflects not just the star-filled sky above, but also the depths of your own contentment, creating a mirror effect that seems to double the beauty and peace surrounding your sleeping consciousness. Gentle swells move across this surface in patterns that match your breathing, each rise and fall of the water synchronized with your body's natural rhythms, creating a feedback loop of ever-deepening relaxation and rest. Islands appear and disappear in the distance of this dream seascape, each one a variation on the theme of perfect paradise, some covered in flowers that bloom in time-lapse beauty, others featuring beaches of different colored sands that sparkle like ground gems. But none of these distant islands call to you with urgency or longing. They exist simply as beautiful possibilities, reminders that in the realm of dreams, paradise can take infinite forms, while always maintaining its essential nature of perfect peace and contentment. In the deepest layers of your island dreams, your beloved villager friends have settled into their own peaceful slumber, their homes glowing with the soft light of contentment as the entire community rests together in perfect harmony. The village streets, so charming during the day, now seem to pulse with a gentle rhythm that matches the collective breathing of all your sleeping neighbors, creating a sense of shared peace that encompasses every corner of your island paradise. Each villager's home radiates its own unique form of tranquil energy, reflecting the personality and dreams of its sleeping inhabitant. Maple's house might glow with the warm, amber light of honey-colored dreams, filled with cozy afternoons and gentle conversations, while Sherb's dwelling emanates the soft blue-green radiance of dreams about endless snacks and lazy days spent watching clouds drift across perfect skies. These individual dream energies blend together to create an overall atmosphere of community rest that makes your own sleep feel deeper and more secure. In your dream vision, you can sense the content dreams of each villager as they sleep peacefully in their perfectly arranged homes. Their dreams interweave with yours, creating a tapestry of shared contentment where everyone's individual peace contributes to the collective tranquility of the entire island. There's no competition or conflict in this dream community, only the gentle sharing of rest and the mutual support that comes from knowing you're surrounded by friends who wish you nothing but the sweetest dreams and the most restorative sleep. The pathways between houses seem to shimmer with the residual energy of the day's friendly interactions. Every kind word spoken, every cheerful greeting exchanged, every moment of genuine connection between community members has left traces of positive energy that now glow softly in the dream darkness, like breadcrumbs of kindness leading from home to home. Walking these paths in your sleep vision feels like retracing the steps of a day filled with nothing but gentle pleasures and warm friendships. Tom Nook's shop, closed for business hours ago, now serves as a different kind of gathering place in the dream realm, a repository of all the small satisfactions that come from commerce, conducted with fairness and kindness. The building seems to hum with the contentment of transactions that benefited everyone involved, of needs met, and desires fulfilled through honest exchange and mutual respect. Even in sleep, the shop continues to serve the community by radiating the peaceful energy of a business that exists to help rather than exploit. The museum, that temple of knowledge and wonder, glows with the accumulated dreams of every specimen it houses. In your sleep vision, you can sense the fossil dreams of ancient creatures who once roamed the earth in their own forms of contentment, the insect dreams of tiny beings who lived their brief lives with perfect instinctual satisfaction, and the fish dreams of aquatic creatures who knew the pure joy of moving through water with effortless grace. Blathers himself sleeps peacefully in his office, his dreams filled with the satisfaction of knowledge preserved and shared with genuine enthusiasm. The campfire area where you gathered earlier in the evening now glows with the embers of not just wood, but of friendship itself. The dying flames creating patterns that seem to replay the evening's conversations and shared moments of wonder. The warmth from these dream embers spreads throughout the entire village, ensuring that every sleeping resident feels the comfort of belonging to a community where kindness is the natural state and peace is the shared goal. Your own home, viewed from this dream perspective, appears as the perfect center of this sleeping community, not dominating or controlling the other buildings, but serving as a harmonious focal point that helps tie all the individual elements together into a unified whole. The light from your bedroom window blends seamlessly with the gentle radiance from your neighbors' homes, creating a network of peaceful illumination that makes the entire village feel like a single, large family home where everyone rests safely and contentedly together. As your consciousness descends into the deepest layers of sleep, your island paradise transforms into something beyond even the most beautiful dreams. A realm of pure rest, where time itself seems to pause in recognition of perfect peace. Here, in the profound depths of restorative slumber, your island exists in a state of eternal night that is not dark or frightening, but rather filled with the gentle luminescence of complete contentment, where every element of your carefully created world contributes to an atmosphere of healing rest that penetrates every cell of your sleeping body. The stars above your dream island shine with a light that seems to come not from distant suns, but from the crystallized essence of every peaceful moment you've ever experienced. They pulse gently in rhythm with your deepest breathing, each twinkle a reminder that you are held safely in the embrace of perfect tranquility. The constellations form patterns that tell stories of rest and renewal, ancient narratives written in light that speak directly to your sleeping mind about the eternal cycles of activity and restoration that govern all life. Your island's landscape has achieved a state of perfect equilibrium in this deepest sleep realm, where every flower blooms at exactly the right moment, every tree bears fruit at the peak of ripeness, and every element of your carefully tended paradise exists in flawless harmony with every other element. The seasons themselves seem to have paused at the most beautiful moment of transition, creating an eternal spring evening where the air is perfectly warm. The breeze carries only the most pleasant fragrances, and every surface glows with the soft radiance of contentment made visible. In this realm of ultimate sleep, your physical body experiences the most complete relaxation possible, every muscle fiber releasing its hold on even the memory of tension, every organ functioning with perfect efficiency, while requiring minimal energy, every system in your body working together in such harmony that sleep becomes not just rest, but a form of active healing and renewal. Your breathing has become so slow and steady that it seems to merge with the eternal rhythms of the universe itself. Your mind, freed from the need to process or analyze or plan, drifts in a state of pure being where thoughts dissolve before they can form, where consciousness becomes as vast and peaceful as the star-filled sky above your sleeping island. There is no past to regret, no future to worry about, only the eternal present moment of perfect rest, where you exist in complete harmony with yourself and your beautiful world. This is the deepest gift of your Animal Crossing paradise, not just the daily pleasures of island life, but the profound rest that comes from living in alignment with peace, surrounded by beauty, supported by friendship, and held safely in the embrace of a world where kindness is the natural law and contentment is the air you breathe. Here, in the depths of perfect sleep, you are home in the truest sense, restored and renewed by the infinite peace of your island sanctuary, ready to awaken refreshed into another day of gentle joy and quiet satisfaction. Sleep well, dear friend. Your island paradise watches over you through the peaceful night, and tomorrow's simple pleasures await your return. And so we reach the end of our peaceful journey through your Animal Crossing island paradise. Though in the realm of dreams and restorative sleep, endings are simply transitions to new forms of beauty and rest. As your consciousness settles into the deepest layers of healing slumber, your island continues its gentle existence around you, a constant source of peace and renewal that remains available to you whenever you need to return to this sanctuary of perfect tranquility. The story we've shared tonight, of evening gardens and friendly conversations, of starlit beaches and cozy campfires, of perfectly arranged homes and communities built on kindness, represents more than just a guided meditation towards sleep. It reflects the deeper truth that peace is always available to us when we learn to notice and appreciate the simple beauties that surround us, when we choose kindness over conflict, when we invest our time and attention in creating harmony rather than chaos. Your island paradise, whether experienced in the digital realm of the game or in the imagined landscape of tonight's journey, serves as a reminder that we all have the power to create spaces of peace in our lives. Like the careful tending of virtual flowers or the thoughtful arrangement of furniture in a digital home, the cultivation of inner tranquility requires patience, attention, and the understanding that small, consistent acts of care can accumulate into something truly beautiful and restorative. As you rest tonight, surrounded by the gentle sounds and imagined fragrances of your island sanctuary, remember that this peace you've touched is not separate from your waking life, but a part of who you are, a capacity for contentment and joy that exists within you always, waiting to be accessed whenever you choose to slow down, breathe deeply, and remember that happiness often comes not from grand achievements, but from the simple appreciation of beauty, friendship, and the quiet satisfaction of a day well lived. Tomorrow will bring its own opportunities for gentle joy and peaceful satisfaction, its own chances to tend gardens both literal and metaphorical, to share kind words with friends, both virtual and real, to create beauty in small ways that accumulate into a life well lived. But for now, rest deeply in the knowledge that you are held safely in the embrace of perfect peace. surrounded by the infinite love and tranquility of your island paradise. Thank you for joining me on this journey to the peaceful shores of Animal Crossing. May your dreams be filled with gentle wonders. May your sleep be deep and restorative, and may you awaken refreshed and ready for tomorrow's simple pleasures and quiet joys. Until we meet again in the realm of peaceful games and restful nights, sleep well, dear friend. Your island paradise will be waiting for you, exactly as you left it, ready to welcome you home to peace whenever you need to return. Sweet dreams, and remember, in the world of Animal Crossing, and in the deeper world of your own peaceful heart, every day is a gift. Every moment holds the potential for joy, and every night offers the promise of restorative sleep and tomorrow's gentle dawn.